down, please.
When am I going to be released?
Sit down. Do exactly as you're told. Sit down!
คุณกำลังลำบากนะคุณสแตนตันแต่จะดีขึ้นถ้าคุณให้ความร่วมมือ
What he's saying is for your own benefit, it is best that you cooperate fully. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Okay. 2.4 kilos of heroin, little girl. She's in the big time, doesn't it? Now this man wants to know, and I want to know. Who is your supplier?
Supplier? I don't know.
She doesn't know.
อาทิตย์ละ2-3 วันผมนั่งอยู่ตรงนี้
Now, what he's saying is he sits here 2 or 3 times a week with people who spend not less than $100,000 US, and they never remember who they paid it to. Don't you find that remarkable? Now, I can tell you something. He's getting pissed off, and I am getting extremely agitated.
I was with a man.
Name?
Archie again.
Write it down.
He was a photographer. He was the one who gave me the case. We were traveling together.
No, it's not true. Check it out.
It is true.
He doesn't believe you. And neither do I.
เรื่องเก่าครั้งหนึ่งนานมาแล้วมีผู้ชายท่าทางน่าไว้ใจ
The story's that old that even the Thais are asking questions about it. Like, is that your ladies? Did you package yourself? Are you carrying it for someone else? Give me a break. You answered those questions, didn't you? Didn't you?
Yes.
So let's start again.
ถามเธอสิว่าเธอซื้อจากไหน
He's asking you, where did you buy the drugs?
I told you I was given the case. Now I'm not saying anything else until I have somebody here.
This isn't Australia. They can hold you here for 7 days without seeing or talking to anybody.
I want somebody from the embassy, please.
They're all on the golf course. Who you're going to deal with today is this man and me. Now, he has 2 choices. Number 1, he can charge you under Section 66 for possession. And for this amount, it's a life sentence. Right? Or he can charge you under Section 65 for trafficking. And that's a mandatory death sentence. There is no leniency. There is no remissions. There is just death. And in Thailand, death is by machine gun. I'm trying to help you, little girl. All right.
ร่วมมือกับเราเถอะคุณสแตนตันผมต้องการความจริงแล้วในทางกลับกัน
All we want you to do is
ผมจะลดข้อหาให้คุณ
We want some information. We want you to plead guilty. And in return, he'll only charge you for possession. Now, it's in your hands, not in ours. That's it.
No, I'm not going to plead guilty.
If you think some fancy pants lawyer's going to come up here and razzle and dazzle his way with words around the courtroom, then you're wrong. There's no jury. Just 3 judges sitting alone.
What sort of country is this? You don't have a jury?
แล้วนี่ก็เป็นกฎหมายของเราเราไม่เคยขอร้องให้พวกคุณมา
What
ที่
he's
นี่
saying is it's their
เหมือน
country,
กับที่เขาพูดว่า
it's their
เพื่อ
rules.
พวกคุณ
They
มา
didn't ask you to
ความ
come.
ยุ่งยากและความ
They have a
เสื่อม
saying,
โทรม
wherever
จะตาม
Westerners
มา
go, degradation and depravity follows. And in 3.5 years that I've been here, to my utter shame, I agree with them. Now, plead guilty.
No!
Then you are a bloody fool!
Wrap it up. Go. นี่เป็นคำให้การคุณกรุณาเซ็นชื่อ
This is a record of interview. Sign it.
I don't understand it.
If he was in Australia, would it be written in Thai? Sign it, you bloody idiot.
No.
ก็ตามใจแต่คุณจะต้องถูกค้นตัว
What's happening?
They're going to search you.
I've already been searched.
Not completely.
Up on the bed, please. Up. Lie down. Lie down.
No. No, please.
You struggle.
No.
It hurts.
No. No.
Open your legs.
Gặp lại cô này.
Alo.
Would you mind looking for the gentleman?
Lên app nám. Lên nói xin. Đây,ทะเลาะกันเร็วหน่อยสิเดี๋ยวโดนทางเธอนะดีครับสวนกันนะเฮ้ยใช้ได้เว้ยนะน้อยดูนี่เร็วเฮ้ยซ่านักกระทืบเฮ้ยหน่อย
Yo! Wash!
No, I don't want to.
I run clean prison gear. Wash!
No! No, stop it!
You wash now! Drug dealers, shit! Here's some shit for you. You don't want to wash? Fine. Inside.
That Australian policeman spoke to you?
Yes.
Did he tell you what happened?
He said you've been arrested, yeah.
Did he tell you about the bag? It was a present. It was given to me by a man called...
Miss Stanton, I'm sorry, this isn't really my area.
What do you mean, your area?
Shall we sit down? We handle mainly commercial work. It's a family practice. Over the years, we've built our reputation on contracting, mainly between the Thai government and foreign companies.
But you know Thai law.
Yes, of course.
And you understand the system.
Pretty well.
So what's the problem, Mr. Carlyle?
I've told you.
No, you haven't. You've given me an excuse, that's all. Is it because it's drugs? You don't want your firm mixed up in it, is that it?
Partly. We've been approached a number of times over the years, and we've always steered clear of drug cases.
Even if the person's innocent?
The other thing is, it doesn't help anybody, not your case nor my firm, to have a white lawyer defend a white client.
Mr. Carlyle, this is probably worse than you realize. To them, it was my bag. I was carrying it. I'm going to sound like every other drug trafficker when I try to blame someone else. I need help, Mr. Carlyle. I need the best help I can get.
I'm going to refer you to several lawyers, specialists in criminal law.
You mean ties?
Yes, top people in their field.
No. No ties.
Well, that's ridiculous.
I know it sounds ridiculous, but I need someone who understands me, who believes in me, who'll fight for me.
Well, to fight for your client, that's a lawyer's job, any lawyer. I'll have this list drawn up.
My uncle said that Stantons had dealt with your firm for years.
Yes?
If this was any other member of the family, someone more legitimate than me, then you wouldn't hesitate, would you? You'd take it on. Wouldn't you?
Can I ask you one thing? Are you guilty?
I swear to you, I'm innocent. I didn't know anything about that bag. I trusted him.
It would be a fairly thankless task. In the end, I suspect, probably an unsuccessful one.
How long do you need to think it over?
I'll let you know as soon as we can.
Will you do one thing for me?
What's that?
Can you get access to my luggage?
If I said I was your lawyer and it was just your personal things, yes, I think so. Why?
I want to see my father.
I've already told you.
I know you don't want to discuss it with him again, but in my luggage there's a diary. If you give it to him, maybe it will convince him.
I can't see a diary doing much good.
It belonged to my mother. Will you do that, please?
Yes, all right. If I can.
And tell him he's all I've got now.
Can't quite picture you singing Some Enchanted Evening.
Well, once upon a time, a very silly man, but a very fine woman. And it seems he broke her apart. And in the end, neither of them lived happily ever after. I'm sorry. What are we going to do?
Well, they want a guilty plea for possession. If not, they'll charge her with trafficking, for which the death sentence is mandatory.
Is she guilty?
Of course not. She's about as guilty as you or I.
I should see her, shouldn't I?
Why?
Well, because she's my daughter, that's why.
You didn't think that the other day.
I hadn't read that the other day.
You think it's wise?
Oh, I shouldn't think so. But if we were wise, we wouldn't keep going, would we?
No, I didn't mean wise for you. I meant for her. I think she's pinning a lot of her hopes on you.
And seeing me would disappoint her, is that it? Was that really necessary, Richard?
I'm just being honest, that's all.
You know, sometimes honesty can be used as an excuse for the most dreadful cruelty. I'd try and remember that if I were you.
All I'm trying to do is protect her. The function perhaps better fulfilled by her father.
There you go again, sitting in judgment. But point taken, Your Honor, point taken.
So you won't go?
Oh, I'll go. I just won't tell her I'm her father, that's all. I'll say I'm her lawyer. I'll say I was sent by my partner, Richard Carlyle.
I've already told her we don't handle criminal work.
I'll tell her we're reconsidering. You wouldn't happen to have a briefcase I could borrow, would you?
No, I wouldn't.
Worthington. Bill Worthington.
Where's Mr. Carlyle?
Well, it was Richard's idea that I should come here. He wanted me to meet you.
I thought I made it clear to him I don't want any other lawyer.
Oh, no, you don't understand. I'm here on his behalf.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize. So, do you work for Mr. Carlyle?
No, not that either, really. No, not exactly. No, you couldn't really say that I work for him. More like a partner, really.
Well, how can I help you, Mr. Worthington?
Well, I brought you some things. Tea, English breakfast. I can't stand that Chinese stuff. vitamin pills. Soup in a cup. I don't know what that's like. The lady said it was good. Powdered milk. Fruit. Oh, yes, and a fruit cake. It's from Fortnum & Mason's. I always get them to send one out every year. And post is always late, unfortunately.
That's very kind of you, but I don't think they're gonna let me have this stuff.
Oh, well, that's all right. That's already been settled.
Will Mr. Carlyle take the case?
He's considering it.
Why? What's the problem?
Well, he's a very cautious man, a very competitive man, and he doesn't like to lose.
That's encouraging. Nor do I, especially not if it's my life at stake.
Which rather brings me to my cue, I'm afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Carlyle wants to know if you're still determined to plead not guilty.
Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be?
Well, you see, if you insist on pleading not guilty, they'll charge you with trafficking, and that carries the death penalty. On the other hand, if you plead guilty, it gives the judge an excuse for clemency. I mean, it's just a way of saving their face and your life.
I don't understand, Mr. Worthington. I mean, I always thought the truth was sacred. I didn't realize it was a commodity, something that could be traded back and forth just to suit the stupidity of the law.
I'm just asking a question, that's all.
And the answer is I'm innocent. Now, you can tell Mr. Carlyle that I intend to plead not guilty, whether it's the death penalty or not.
Yes, I will. I will.
Is there anything else?
No.
Then let me ask you something. Do you have a drinking problem?
Are you always so blunt?
Only when my life's in other people's hands.
Well, I did have a drink earlier on, yes, but certainly not a problem. It's just the heat, that's all.
I hope so, Mr. Worthington.
Yes, well... I'm going to recommend that we take the case. There won't be any argument. You'll enter a plea of not guilty.
Will he agree?
Oh, I expect so. If not, I'll remind him that truth can't be treated like a commodity. And that's the expression, isn't it?
Thank you. And for the food and things. Do you know if my father's been contacted? I asked Mr. Carlyle to give him a diary.
I'll find out.
At 9:30, there's that meeting on the Circumvent Road project, so if you could have those amended contracts on my desk first thing in the morning.
She's innocent, Richard.
Yes, I told you that.
Yeah, but you never told me she was young and clever and straight as a die. God, she reminded me of my father. Uncompromising, blunt to the point of rudeness. She never gave quarter, Richard. She certainly never expected any. Look, you've got to take this on.
Oh, is that what you think I've got to?
Well, don't you think so?
Why don't you go home? I'll give you a ring.
Yes, sir. Swadika.
So I did. It's taken 4 generations, but my family's built something here. If I go in there and defend some white girl, then this firm starts to look like all the other colonials. White lawyers for white clients. And pretty soon the Thais are going to think we're no better than those fools down at the club.
Oh, I don't think they're going...
If that's not bad enough, what's this case all about? Drugs and greed, nothing more. And who are the people this firm deals with every day? I mean, they're Buddhists, for Christ's sake. I can't help but ask myself, Hal, where's the profit in this?
She's innocent. To some men, proving that would be profit enough.
Oh, to some men, but not to me, is that it? Well, that's where you're wrong, Hal, because I'll tell you what else I've been thinking. Above all, I'm a lawyer, and if I don't use the law now to defend an innocent person, then it doesn't mean anything, does it? So I think we'd better do it. We'd better defend her and damn the consequences. And if we are going to do it, you'd better pull yourself together. I think you should get down on your knees and thank her for giving a bastard like you a second chance.
Most of the time, you know, you're a complete prick. Then you say something like that, and I could hug you for it.
Yes, well, not just yet, Hal. Give me a hug when we've won.
I will. Believe me, I will.
Now, remember, this isn't a trial, it's just a hearing. You're going to be formally charged, that's all.
What with?
Well, I don't know until we get in there. In either case, we'll plead not guilty. Now, everything will be in Thai, so don't panic if you don't follow what's going on.
Who's she?
This is Nut. She's a Thai barrister.
Does she work for them?
No, we hired her. She's our interpreter. She works for us. I'll plead on your behalf. Because it's a capital offence, the judge will order that you be held in prison.
They're back there?
No, they're just holding cells.
No proper prison, Klong Toy or Yard Lao or even Long Jiao.
Long Jiao, that's the worst, isn't it?
Yes, that's the worst.
Once we're inside the court, it's important not to offend the judges, so defer to them. They're your superiors. Don't stare or point, and if you're asked to speak, try not to raise your voice. Oh, and whatever you do, don't cross your ankles.
Why?
Our feet are dirty. To show the sole of your foot is considered an insult.
Stay calm.
Katrina Stanton.
กาเทรีนาสแตนตันคุณถูกตั้งข้อหาเป็นทางการภายใต้มาตรา 65 หมวด 12 แห่งพระราชบัญญัติยาเสพติดว่าครอบครองเฮโรอีนบริสุทธิ์จำนวน 4.2 กิโลกรัมเพื่อเจตนาจำหน่าย
One is the mandatory death sentence.
พิจารณาคดีความอาญา
Procedure code
ขออำนาจศาลให้กักตัวจำเลยมีการยื่นขอประกันตัวไหม
Will there be an application for bail?
Your Honor, we would request that the prisoner be released until the commencement of the trial. We guarantee that she will not try to leave Thailand.
Any objection to an
เนื่องจากความ
application
ผิด
for
ที่
bail?
จำเลยได้กระทำร้ายแรงยิ่งและเราปฏิเสธว่านักโทษ
The court
แคทเธอ
hears
รี
the
นนาสแตน
prosecution's
ตัน
objections
จะถูก
and
เคลื่อนย้าย
agrees
ไป
with
ยัง
the
เรือนจ
defense's
ำนุ่มเจ้า
application
จนกว่าจะถึงการพิจารณาคดี
What happened?
And remanded in custody, there's no date for a trial.
What was the charge?
Section 65, trafficking. You're innocent, we'll win.
So where are they taking me?
Long Jiao.
Did you manage to contact my father?
I wouldn't pin your hopes on him. Be brave.
Get some more money. You can buy back later. เร็ววางไว้ตรงนี้ไม่ไหว Take off. You. Underpants. เร็ว Farang, take uniform. Come with me. Chen Thảo. Cái quái mày đây. Cao bài. Hả? Hey, cao bài mày đây. Leo leo. Farang's in here. Drug addicts. Smell like shit. You call Bangkok Hilton? I call Farang heaven.
Min?
Yes, child.
This is a new and wonderful day for me. There will never be another day like this one. I'm divinely guided all day long, and whatever I do will prosper.
My name's Stanton. Cat Stanton. I don't give a shit for you.
Don't worry about her. She always gets like that when I've been talking to the golden-bellied fat man. I am Astra. That which is lovely and of good report. I am a spiritual and mental magnet. I think to myself all things are possible me. I'm going to be a wonderful success in all my undertakings today. I am definitely going to be happy all day long.
You want a hit? No. Very wise. We've got a new campaign around here. Don't show you borrow.
Madame, as it says, follow the sins of others. What they have
Are
done.
you the courier they got over 2 kilos?
Your own sins.
I'm not a courier. I was set up. See the zoo out there? Yeah. Bloody miracle, isn't it? What? So many innocent people in one place. That's if you believe them, of course. What are you in here for? Same as you. Except I admit it. Guess what I was carrying when they got me? 7 kilos. The idiot lawyer says I should claim it was for my own use. I could have fitted up a friggin' army. I was gonna have money, lady. It's gonna get myself straight. It's gonna buy a house and beautiful clothes. It's gonna take me brother on one of them cruise liners. It's never gonna be treated like shit by anybody ever again. That's what I'm in here for. Just wanting what every other bastard has. Look up time. Listen, Kat, you got $20. US, not an Australian ship. Why? Well, one night when it's safe for Shays Road. Don't they lock us up? Of course they do. That's why we're paying $20.
Sunglasses, nothing?
สเตอร์คาร่ามีธุระจะพูดด้วยค่ะ
เข้ามา
สวัสดีครับคุณอนันต์
please เซ็น
ขอบคุณครับสารวัตร I haven't come to argue to the case, Mr. Anand. I'm perfectly capable of doing that in court. I'm here because I object to the charge. And there's no justification for a charge of trafficking. I mean, the prosecution should deal with this under Section 66, possession. That clause, Section 65, is aimed at heroin producers and drug cartels. And that's why the death sentence is mandatory. I mean, the legislature never intended it to be used against a young woman who gets tricked into carrying a bag through customs.
ขอบคุณมากสำหรับเลคเชอร์คุณคลายไม่บ่อยนักนะที่เราเจอชาวต่างประเทศที่กล้าวิจารณ์กฎหมายไทย
คุณไม่น่าจะพูดความยุติธรรมกับผมนะหน้าที่ของผมมีสิทธิ์ที่จะตัดสินอะไรก็ได้คุณคิดว่ากฎหมายของเราเนี่ยด้อยไปเหรอไม่ใช่คุณคิดความยุติธรรมเราไม่มีหรือไงนี่เป็นบ้านของผมเลือกที่จะอยู่ที่นี่ไม่ใช่ที่นี่ไม่ใช่บ้านคุณและเราเป็นผู้ที่เลือกให้คุณอยู่ที่นี่และนี่เป็นกฎหมายไทยเราจะใช้ให้ดีที่สุด
Major, I admire your determination to deal with the drug trade.
Do you?
But not at the expense of my client. ที่สำคัญคือเชื่อเสียงของประเทศไทยมีความยุติธรรมและสังคมที่ดี
ไม่ที่สำคัญก็คือเธอเป็นคนผิวขาวคุณไปอยู่ที่ไหนปีที่แล้วเรายิงคนจีนไป10 คนคุณเคยกังวลเกี่ยวกับชื่อเสียงประเทศเราไหมเป็นเพราะเธอเป็นคนผิวขาวแล้วก็สวยคุณถึงได้สนใจ White woman and white lawyer.
That's an insult.
ดมเดี๋ยวนี่กว่าที่ผู้พันพูดเนี่ยนะเขาไม่ได้หมายถึงว่ามีเชื้อชาติศาสนานะคนผิวขาวคนเอเชียคุณก็รู้นี่กฎหมายจะให้ความยุติธรรมและเสมอภาค
และยุติธรรม
เราจะต้องพิจารณากันให้รอบคอบเมื่อถึงเวลานั้นเราพิจารณากัน
เมื่อไร
เร็วๆเนี่ยถ้ามีการตัดสินใจ
สวัสดีครับ
Goodbye Mr. Carl ใช่ฮะ
How was it?
About as rude as it gets here.
What are they saying?
Well, at the end, he'd agreed to reconsider it. He said he'll have to consult with a range of departments.
What are the chances?
To be honest, not very good. I think the government's put the word out. They're sick of drugs, sick of trafficking, and sick of corruption. Would you like a scotch?
Not right now, no. I may later. I probably will. I'll see how I feel.
Sorry, force of habit. I think they're saying that all bets are off. This is the law of Thailand, and we're going to apply it. Damn the consequences. In the face of that, it's going to be very difficult to get them to change it.
I mean, to execute a young white girl, especially by machine gun.
Well, so much the better. It's a pretty eloquent warning.
I suppose it is. So what do we do?
All that we can. Just hope that good sense prevails. Either way, though, we've got to prepare a defense, one that leaves no margin for error.
How do you feel about that? You said yourself you're a good commercial lawyer.
Well, I'm glad it's in Thailand, I'll say that. The system here suits me. I certainly wouldn't be any good in front of a jury.
Not flamboyant enough?
Well, either that or too arrogant. I'm not sure which. Give me technicalities, precedents, obscure statutes so I can hold my own with them. I'm a good forensic lawyer.
Bore them into submission.
Exactly. So even with a criminal case, I'm confident that I can take care of that side of it.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Well, if you don't object, I'd like you to do the legwork.
Act as your junior? Well, where do we start?
I've already arranged it. First thing tomorrow, you interview her.
In Lumjao?
Yes, come on, I'll drop you off. Where are you going, the club?
No, I think I'll probably go home. I've been thinking, perhaps it'd be better if you went to the jail tomorrow. There's plenty I can do here.
What do you mean?
Well, you'll probably do it better than me.
We won't get past one day if you keep lying to me, Hal. What is it?
Well, I was in that jail during the war.
What, in Lumjao?
I had a different name then, Japanese name. Never been back, not in 40 years. I don't think I could.
My father told me when I took over that you'd been a prisoner, but all he'd say was that you disgraced yourself. You want to tell me the rest?
Not really.
For God's sake, Hal, there's a girl facing execution, and you tell me you can't go into some building. You're going to have to do a lot better than that. If you don't want to go to that prison tomorrow morning, you're going to have to tell me exactly what happened. It better be good.
I used to love this place. Well, last thing my father ever said to me. He said I'd come back here. It was just after the court-martial. I was leaving England forever. He said I'd die in Bangkok. Do you know the basis for that rather bold prediction? No. He said a dog always returns to its vomit. That's what he said. You know, when war broke out, I was a military aide at the embassy here.
Somebody in the family was ambassador, wasn't he?
My grandfather, some years before. Well, as you can guess, it certainly didn't hurt. Well, I mean, I wasn't cut out to be a soldier. I wasn't cut out to be a prisoner, for that matter, either. But that's life, as I say. In 1945, there was a lot of illness in the prison. Typhoid, cholera, malnutrition. 8 of the men decided to try to escape. Now, the Japanese had made it very clear from the start that if anyone escaped, 2 would be killed. So I told them they couldn't go. They said they were only doing their duty. I ordered them not to. They defied me. So rightly or wrongly, I was left with no choice but to go to the Japanese. They were arrested and executed the same day. There's one thing I'll never forget. How young they were. How very young. Me too, I suppose. We were all so young. I can't go back inside there, Richard. I really can't.
Well, we have a problem then.
I can still help.
Sorry, Hal. I don't think you're really committed, and I don't need a passenger.
Well, of course I'm committed. She's my daughter.
Well, then go back there, Hal. You should go back there tomorrow morning. It's up to you.
How are you?
You've been drinking.
That's not true.
Look at you, you're a mess.
Marmalade. Damn it, I looked everywhere for that. I haven't been drinking. I fell over outside, that's all. Must be getting old.
You fell over, your hands are shaking, you're sweating like a pig. You're an alcoholic, aren't you?
Matter of fact, I haven't had a drink for several days. The reason my nerves are shot is because I'm in here.
Oh, that's great. You poor thing. It's you that's going to pieces, but you can just walk in here in half an hour. You can walk out again.
There, now.
I'm sorry, I know what it must be like.
No, you don't. You've got no idea. They keep you in a stinking crowded cell. It's so hot you can hardly breathe. There's cockroaches everywhere. They never leave you alone. I mean, I can't even go to the toilet without being watched, so don't tell me you know what it must be like, because you don't!
Every morning you go round and pull the dead from the cells, do you? I don't think you've done that yet, have you? I was a prisoner for 3 years of my life, Cat. I know exactly what it's like. I know it in spades.
Where?
Singapore, Changi, during the war. There were thousands of us. We all died our own little death.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
I swore I'd never come inside a jail again. That's why I'm not handling this very well, I'm afraid.
I just don't think I'm ever gonna get out of here. I don't think I'm strong enough.
Yes, you will. Don't give up. We're all working for you, but you've got to be strong, too.
It's a pity about the marmalade.
Yes. Be more careful next time.
I need $100. US dollars.
Of course.
And I need some more vitamins. You can't afford to get sick in here.
Anything else?
Ventolin and headache pills. As many as you can get.
Right. Excuse me.
Where are you going?
Somewhere I can think. I want to take us somewhere where we can talk quietly.
Kitchen?
Yeah, the kitchen's fine. Yes, kitchen's fine. Carlisle's working on the law. He's looking for precedents, technicalities, any chink you might be able to slip through. Well, he'll try to prove that you were no longer under Thai jurisdiction at the time. He'll use all the usual legal tricks, if he can. And then he'll try to tear that case to pieces, if possible.
You don't sound very confident.
To be honest, I'm not. I think it's going to be bloody hard to get anyone to believe your story.
So do I.
I don't have much faith in courts discovering the truth. You've got to hit them over the head with it.
How?
But we have to find him, Katrina. We have to show that he's real. And then we have to do the hard bit. We have to convince the court that he's a drug dealer.
So where do we start?
I thought you might know that.
You tell me. You're my lawyer.
Am I?
Yes, you are. You and Richard, you're my lawyers.
Oh, well. We'll let Richard handle the legal side. You give me the leads, and I'll follow them up. Now, you said that you met Archie Regan in London. What were you doing there?
I was looking for my father. When I was little, I was told that he was dead, and after my mother died, I found out that wasn't true.
When did she die?
A couple of months ago.
I'm sorry. Must have been hard for you.
In a way. But we were never very close. When my father left, it wiped her out emotionally. She never really recovered. I think in her mind, he really did die.
In his mind? Did she die for him?
I don't know. I was going to ask him that. But he doesn't want to know me. Lock-up time.
But this is ridiculous. I paid 200 baht.
I always do this.
Why?
So you went to London?
I never met my father. I met Archie Regan instead.
You mean he met you?
I suppose I was exactly the person he was looking for.
I want you to remember everything. I want you to run it through your head over and over again. Every moment you spent with him, everything you said. Can you do that?
Yes.
Look, I'm going to try and get an identikit person down here, see if we can't get a good look at him, all right?
Okay, good. Bye.
Bye.
There is something.
What?
A photograph.
Not in your luggage. Carlisle had an inventory.
I took it in Goa. I never finished the film. It's still in the camera.
What? There you go. Just keep on thinking.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Janyak putka puchatkan.
Oh, well, I thought it was funny.
What did you bring you? Lots of stuff. Food mainly. Oh, yeah, and a can opener. Yeah.
I'll give us it.
No.
Don't be a prick, you don't need it. Someone will make it anyway.
I do. I need it to open the stuff you brought me.
I'll hand it back to you.
No.
Okay, we'll share it.
Yeah, all right.
All right. Come on, give us it. Come on, give us it. Give us it. Oh, mine, it's safe.
No, forget it. I'll do the money, okay?
There is no God, you know. If there was, he would have done something by now about these bloody Buddhists. Listen to them, will you? Worse than the Catholics.
Oh Lord, watch by me a Mercedes Benz. My friends all drive Porsches. I must make amends. I worked hard all my lifetime. No help from my friends. So, oh Lord, watch by me a Mercedes Benz.
Give us the opener. Why? It's going to be a search and everything's going to get nicked.
How do you know?
It's Thailand this time.
Now, why would you want to do that?
Come here, will you? Now listen, we've got a can opener, right? But that's not worth anything, is it? They've all got them. Just told me it's Thailand. There's a couple of chicks going to square off with tin openers.
Who? Christ, you're dense.
How would I know? It's a jail, isn't it? Some turd's got to be planning to knife someone. We're just getting in early. So give us it, stupid, or we'll lose a bloody thing.
Well, what are you going to do with it?
I'm going to hide it. Anyone tries to screw me, get a real surprise, eh?
Oh,ขอโทษค่ะ
อีกโง่ You high can open up?
I don't know what you're talking about, all right? You know, my coach,
Where is it?
Come, Jai Yen Yen, Jai Yen Yen. Don't be a serious asshole.
You nice girl?
Bitch.
You go.
You know, they can't open their cans. Half of them's going to starve. It's lucky for them we're here, eh?
Oh, great plan, Mandy. Now we've got a can opener, but we haven't got anything else.
Don't be stupid. We're going to make a packet out of this.
this shit?
Give it here. Ah! 5 baht.
No way, Mandy. You always set us up.
5 baht.
You can't keep taking what's not given to you.
Yeah, I agree. Still 5 baht.
It isn't romper room, you know. You may forget your actions, but your actions don't forget you.
5 baht.
Jeez, I've only got a 20.
Oh, well, you change. Next.
That's the man we're looking for. That's Arke Ragan.
Where did you get this?
She took it in Goa. The film was left in our camera.
So, how was it at the jail?
It was fine. I tripped her over on the road, that's all. Bloody silly of me.
Nothing there you wanted to forget?
Well, memories, you know, but, no, nothing really. Yeah, I should have done it years ago.
Good. Did you tell her who you are?
No, she and Bill Worthington are getting on fine.
Well, you'll have to let her know sometime.
Well, when we've got her out, Richard. You know, her father let her down once. I don't want her to think he might do it again. It would be devastating for her.
Yes, well, you're the only one who can judge that. Thought you were giving up.
Hmm? Oh, I am. It's just that Johnny and I have known each other for such a long time. I couldn't let him go without a word, could I? Now, the least he deserves is a passionate embrace. Ah, Mr. Walker, I'd like to say that we're going to meet again. I fear, however, it is not meant to be.
Yeah, such a touching moment. I'm loath to interrupt. I was just wondering what you're planning to do now, assuming you survive.
That's already in hand. We know he's taken a plane to Australia. Perhaps he's still there. Another? Well, why not? Thank you. It's the heat, you know.
As I thought, there was no difficulty pulling out the arrival data. Immigration shows that an Ahmed Vincent Ragan, British passport number C616665C, entered Australia at Sydney on Qantas Flight 2 from Bangkok.
And departed?
No, there's no record that he has.
Oh, he's still there, then? He's still in Australia?
Not necessarily, not according to our people. The Deputy Secretary says, assuming your allegations are correct, that he probably would have left the country already on a false passport, most likely an Australian one.
Any way of checking?
Well, on your immigration form, you have to give a street address.
And what was his?
A prison farm just south of Sydney.
Oh, he's got a sense of humour, then.
Well, of course, he may have had to ditch the British passport to get out of Australia, but that doesn't mean it wasn't genuine.
Oh, I should go to the English. Is that it?
That's what we suggest. Ask them to run a check. Check on passport number C616665C. Never know, might turn up something.
No. Thank you for coming, Bob. You know I don't like to ask for favors.
What's the point in being chargé d'affaires if I can't help it? Not that I understand what you're doing.
Oh, just a bit of work for Carlyle's. Nothing much. Just keeping my hand in.
Drink?
No, thank you, I won't.
Are you all right, old boy?
Yes, I'm fine.
You don't mind if I have one, do you?
No, you go ahead.
Black label, ice. Anyway, whatever it is, it's turned up something. That's yours. And as you said, there is a passport issued in the name of Ahmed Vincent Ragan. Number C616665C, issued in London. Here are the details.
You got an address. Thank you, Bob.
We got the Home Office to have a look at it. That's not unusual if drugs are involved. Arke Ragan's been dead for years. Apparently, if you want to false passport, that's how you do it. You apply in a dead person's name.
I see.
As you can imagine, Scotland Yard are involved now. They're asking me for details. Who is he, Bill? Who is this Ahmed Vincent Regan?
Did you ever read The Day of the Jackal?
No.
Well, there was a man in that. Every time they thought they caught him, they opened their hand and he wasn't there. I'm scared, Bob. You see, I think that Archie Regan could be like that man.
You sure you don't want to drink?
No. No, thank you. And thank you for that. Excuse me.
Wake up. Come on, get up. Jungle tour. You got your money? No, I know about your deals. I'm not paying $20. Oh, shit. Hey. Come on. Gang. $10.
คนนี้ไม่ได้
Oh, she okay, she okay. $10 American.
20
Mayo. 10.
มา
Okay. Yes. Okay?
Okay. Two hours.
3.
2?
What's the key for? It's for the first gate. You know, into the yard.
Drop. I'll whistle, you follow, okay?
Yeah. What's the time?
My watch. Where's my watch? Here. It's 2:15.
Yeah, 2:15 every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. That door opens. Don't forget it, okay? Come on. G'day. How you going, son? Hey, nungshimo hasipa, okay? Okay for you?
Yes.
Okay. Here you go.
Mandy, where are we going?
Hey, calm down. We are going to the men's section. Come on.
I used to wait the guard up and bribe him for the real one. Then I got cluey. I traced it out on paper. I gives it to the guy down the carpentry shop. Took us a few goes, but we got it right.
It's only wood, but got to treat it real gentle. That's what they reckon's a hospital. And no matter how sick you get, don't ever let them take you out. Why? Before I come up with this, I had to chuck a sticky. It's the only way I could get in here. Stuck a chicken bone down me fried, threw up blood, and they'd killed me. This is me brother Billy. Billy, this is Cat. Say hello to Cat. Yeah, you know, look at Cat. Meow. Can't he talk? No, he's dumb. Can't tell what you're thinking, can we, Billy? You're gonna be good to Cat, aren't you? Remember I told you about her? She's gonna be taking care of you. What? What are you talking about? I'll tell you later. Are you telling me now? Not in front of him. I'll tell you later. Okay? He gets 10 of them. It's his pocket money. To make sure he's all right. So what all that can opener stuff was about, was it for him? Yeah. Sometimes even money's not enough. Hey, good boy. You ready? Come on, wakey, wakey. Mummy's here.
Oh, wow, man.
G'day. Kevin looks after Billy while I'm not around. Don't you, Kev? What you want?
Yeah, it's the same as last time.
Yeah, okay. No worries. Watch if you like, Cat. Never know, you might learn something. All the fellas reckon I'm real good. Hey. Yeah. Oh, you've been a lonely boy, Cat. Hello, Billy.
Yeah.
Come here. Come here. Oh, yeah.
I didn't mean to spring it on you.
Yes, he did. I'm not stupid, Mandy.
Yeah, all right, I did. 2 weeks' time, they're going to find me guilty. And then they're going to, you know,
Stop it. You never know what the court will decide.
don't give me that shit. That's one thing I do know about. I've been in enough courts. I should have been a friggin' lawyer. That's what they're going to do.
You mustn't let it get to you.
Listen, stupid. I'm being real. I'm up for 7 kilos. I'm not sweet and pretty. Papers back home aren't going to get excited about some smack. You'll probably cheer them on. I've had it.
What does your lawyer say?
What's he gonna say? I was born like it. My stupid mother was hanging out. Blood turned bad and infected the baby, and that's why Billy's the way he is. Jesus Christ, I don't give a shit about people like me. I've already told the lawyer. I'm going to admit everything. All he's got to do is get Billy off.
Can't they see what he's like? I mean, he's innocent.
Yeah, innocent. What's innocent? He knew what was going on. But you seen him, you reckon he understands? I had it in a shopping basket. Stupid bastard's always trying to help. He was carrying it. Piss off! Even if it works and he gets off on a lesser charge, he's going to die up there. Not unless there's someone to look after him.
Mandy, I can't do that.
Bullshit, you saw how easy it was. Money's not a problem, you're rich, aren't you? I'm giving him to you.
Mandy, don't you understand? I'm on the same charge as you, just further down the line.
You got a team of lawyers and no record. You look like butter wouldn't melt in your mouth. The newspapers are going to go apeshit. The government will jump up and down. I'm telling you, you're not going to execute you, Cat. Change it to possession, not trafficking, same as Billy with a bit of luck. After all the bullshit Buddhist holidays and King's birthdays, probably both be out in 8 or 9 years.
Oh, great.
Oh, yeah. What a bitch you don't get shot, eh?
Mandy, I can't.
I'm not asking you to do it for me. Do it for him. The only chance he's got, Cat.
I would if I could, but I can't make promises I won't be able to keep.
Why not? I make promises all the time I can't keep. Just say yes, you can promise later.
All right. All right, I'll try.
It's just one more thing.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
When you get out, send him on one of them big cruise liners. Anything you ever wanted. Trip on a stupid bloody ship.
How have you been?
I'm all right.
Good.
How's it all going?
Fine.
Did you get the photograph?
Yes, yes.
How is it?
It's fine, as a photograph. It's not much use as anything else, I'm afraid. You see, he's not in Australia. Passports are fake. We don't even know his real name, let alone where he is.
I suppose in the back of our mind, we were all hoping he was a bit of an amateur.
Well, let's get that out of our heads. He's not. We're dealing with a professional, and on the evidence so far, he's a lot better than we are.
So what are we going to do?
Bill suggests going to London.
Why?
Well, we've got to start somewhere. As far as we can tell, that's his base. Frankly, I can't think of anything else. It's really up to you and your memory.
I've been trying to write everything out. Give me a day, I'll have it done.
Good.
Do you know anyone in London who can help?
Not really. It's been a long time.
If you need it, I know someone you can contact. Richard knows him. He's my uncle. James Stanton. I'll give you his address.
Fine, thank you.
£17.20.
I'm sorry?
Well, 17 quid will do.
£17? Good Lord, they used to transport convicts to the colonies for that.
Yeah, look what they got. Bloody Australians.
Thanks very much. It's all right.
Thanks very much, Governor.
Good morning, sir. Morning.
Stanton residence?
Mr. James Stanton, please.
Who shall I say is calling?
Who is it?
Are you there, sir?
What exactly do you want, Mr. Worthington?
Well, on March the 23rd this year, Mr. Ahmed Ragan was booked on QF2 from Sydney to London. He cancelled his ticket and was assigned to Miss Katrina Stanton. Now, I would like to have Mr. Ragan's address.
Well, I can't. Not if he booked through a travel agent. We don't have a record. Not unless he booked it himself.
We'll assume that he did.
Well, it's a fair way back. It'll take a week or so.
I've only got days.
Well, the name's not enough. Not if he cancelled. God knows where that's filed.
What about her ticket? Could you use that number?
Well, depends how the ticket agent handled it. Now, if they cancelled his ticket and reissued, it's gone. But if they reassigned his ticket to her, well, that's different. Middle name Vincent?
Yes.
Ahmed Vincent Ragan, 39 Foster Street, Islington.
What number you say?
39. Stop.
It's just a vacant lot. You sure you got the right address?
Oh, yes. I might have known. This is exactly where he'd live. Drive on, please.
I've already seen it, thanks. The embassy in Thailand sent a copy.
Can you help?
Sure. I'll show you everything we've got on the person known as Archie Ragan.
Oh, thank you.
That's it.
We are the biggest international press agency, and one way or another, I guess I've seen every photograph out of Afghanistan. Amateur, professional. I tell you one thing, that man hasn't been there. Not as a photographer, anyway.
Well, as a reporter, perhaps.
Two things took people to a hole like that, Mr. Worthington. News and drugs. There was more money in drugs. I tried the cops.
Thanks. I already have. Not a thing. Not anywhere. I don't know what to do.
Well, what about the police? Can you try them again?
Point. How is she? Have you seen her?
Not yet. Tomorrow.
Well, look, try and press her. Anything that she can remember. Anything at all.
Well, I wouldn't count on it, Hal. We'll have to wait and see.
Sawadee-ka.
Sawadee.
What's wrong?
I've been summoned by the prosecution, Annan. I think they've made a decision. We'll know tomorrow whether or not it's Section 65, the death penalty.
Any hint?
No, not from them.
Anyone else?
Well, it depends who you talk to. It's better not to listen to anyone.
You'll call?
Yes, as soon as I know.
Bye.
Bye, Hal.
Sawadee krap. Section 65 is a Karal. Trafficking.
She's innocent. Well, do what you like, Mr. Annan, but we're going to win.
Of course you will.
They've made their decision.
About the charge?
Yes, it's trafficking. I'm sorry.
Does Bill know?
No, I came straight here.
How's he going?
Not much luck so far. Now, is there anything else you can remember?
He's a diabetic, I remember that. He showed me his arms. He had needle marks on them.
Did you actually see them?
Well, he showed them to me. I didn't study them.
Are you sure it was diabetes? I mean, diabetics don't have needle marks.
How would I know? I mean, he lied to me about everything else. Why wouldn't he lie to me about that?
All right, don't worry. I'll tell Bill. It might help.
How long do you want to talk?
If you want to talk any longer, you have to pay her.
Well, if there's nothing else, I ought to ring Bill. He'll be waiting.
Now. Now. Now.
Slip Grandma a few baht, will you? Why? Just can't manage on the pension, poor old dear. What do you reckon, stupid, for bringing you here? What's going on? I want you to look after me stuff.
And you slip it to her.
Minus 50, will you?
Yeah, all right.
Here, thanks. Pay it back.
No. Don't worry, it's all right.
We're in court tomorrow. Thai Army's taking us to the holding cells. Want us there bright and early. Wouldn't want to miss it, would we? You know that wooden thing for the jungle tour? It's in the box. Keep everything safe, all right?
Yeah, but no matter what happens, there'll be an appeal. You'll be coming back here, won't you?
Supposed to. You know the system, well, there isn't one. You still got to do what you promised?
Yeah. Good luck.
You know us. Be lucky all our lives.
Hello?
Hal, it's Richard. Yeah. It's section 65.
Huh?
Hal, did you hear me? I said it's section 65, the death penalty.
Give me a moment, will you, Richard? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Well, it's up to us then, right? What else is happening?
Well, she thinks he may be a diabetic. It's possible. God knows how many of them in London. I can't see it's much help.
No. Although, who knows, it might be. I mean, I don't know.
Is there any other news?
No, nothing.
Well, have you seen your brother yet?
Well, I mean, despite what Katrina might think, you know, he isn't going to be any help.
No, I never thought he would be. It just seems that so many years have passed, that's all.
Well, to tell the truth, it hasn't even crossed my mind. Well, I mean, if I got time, I might, but right now, I want to sleep.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. Good night, Hal.
Night.
Mrs. Simpson.
Hello, Gordon.
Mr. Howe, give me your hand.
What have they done to you, old fellow?
Glaucoma. Don't give it a thought. I've got you in here.
How long?
Oh, this eye years ago, the other one more slowly. It's lucky I know the house so well. Mr. Howe, I never thought...
Aren't you going to invite me in?
I can't, sir. Only Mr. James can do that. If it was my house, you know I would in an instant.
It's all right, Gordon. I understand. Hello, James. I was in London and close by, so I thought
Welcome back. Welcome home.